Estamos de regreso. Bienvenidos a bordo en la clase de español octavo grado. Hola, ¿cómo estáis? Soy vuestro maestro, señor Snoddy. ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy? Hoy es el 14 de abril 2020. Hope everybody had a great spring break. Let's just try and get back in the swing of things here. It's a little hard at first, but we can do it. Vámonos. ¿Qué vamos a hacer las próximas semanas? ¿Qué vamos a hacer? What are we going to do the next few weeks? Las próximas semanas. Vamos a seguir con la gramática. All right, so we're hitting the grammar piece pretty hard here. I want to make a lot of progress these next few weeks in our grammar. I want to get through the present tense. Oh, I'd love to get started on some past tense and you know, explore a little bit the preterite and the imperfect, the differences between those two. But for now, we're just going to focus on el presente. Vamos a seguir. We are going. So this verb seguir means to continue. Vamos a seguir. We are going to continue usando vocaru a menos una vez por semana. So a menos means at least. So at least once a week. I want to get a voice recording from you guys at least once a week. So it could be more than that. Seguimos hasta que lleguemos a la gramática del pretérito imperfecto. So we're going to eventually get to the preterite and imperfect. Los miércoles les voy a dar un poco más trabajo. So on Wednesdays, I give you guys just a wee bit more work, since that was usually our block period day. And so we would work a little more intensely those days anyway. Por más o menos 30 minutos cada día que tenemos clase, lo vamos a pasar muy bien en la clase de español. So I hope that we continue to have a good time in our virtual learning space. ¿Listos? Are you ready? ¿Estamos listos? Vámonos. All right, so up until now, we've been looking at regular present tense verbs. And I want to go ahead and pitch you guys an idea. I'm a huge proponent of writing things down. I think when you write things down as you learn them, as the teacher gives you the lesson, it helps store those little tidbits, those little factoids in your memory. So if you got a moment, hit pause, grab a sheet of paper, something to write with, and try and get in the habit of taking notes during these virtual lessons. Los verbos en el presente. So we've taken a look at all these. If you don't have these written down in your notebook, you need an easily accessible sheet of paper where you have AR verbs, the subject pronouns, and the endings written down. So you need that for AR verbs, you need that for ER verbs, subject pronouns, endings. You need that for IR verbs, subject pronouns, endings, okay? And don't cut corners. You might say, I don't need to write down the subject pronouns again. I want you to write down the subject pronouns again, even if it seems repetitive, because, hey, language learning is a repetitive business. You just gotta keep hitting the same things over and over again, even if you feel like you know them by heart. Keep going like that. So take a second and hit pause. Make sure you have these endings written down, because they're important to review. Just maybe even 5 minutes a day if you review these endings. It'll be miraculous what a difference it makes in your Spanish. Also, these are all these infinitives that we've gone over so far. So same thing, take a quick glance at these. You probably know 90 to 95% of these by heart, but if there are some that give you trouble still, jot those particular ones down and focus on studying the ones that give you trouble so you can have those stored in your memory banks. Okay, ahora vamos a mirar los stem changers. And you guys are familiar with these already. You know them as boot verbs. Hay tres tipos Hay tres tipos de stem changers en el presente. So there are three types. There are. Remember, there is, there are. Three types of stem changers. What do we have? O to UE stem changers, E to IE stem changers, and E to I stem changers. And today we're going to focus on the one in bold. Those are O to UE stem changers. All right, and so here's a classic O to UE in the present tense, dormir, to sleep. And you see how it forms a little boot shape here in our conjugation chart, and that is what is meant, of course, by a boot verb. So the O in each one of these cases changes to UE. All right? Por eso es un O to UE stem changer. First things first, though, what do I do before we get into a new grammatical verb tense? First, we memorize a set of infinitives. It's a very, very important first step. And remember, the more infinitives you can acquire, the larger is your toolkit that you'll be equipped with to express yourself in Spanish. Okay, so what do we have to study? Oh, these, by the way, are neurons. That's what's inside your brain. When you make a connection or form a thought, there's literally something physically happening in your brain, and that's neuronal connections, which is a bit of a side bit, but I used to teach psychology, and I always thought this was fascinating. Anyhow, we're going to make these connections here with these verbs here. So what do we need to estudiar? Los infinitivos que tenemos que estudiar, that we have to study, are volar, contar, almorzar, costar, encontrar, jugar, which is actually a U to UE, but we throw it into this category anyway. Recordar, mostrar, sonar, and volar. Okay, so you got your sheet of paper? I want you to write down what you think volar, this O to UE stem changer, might mean based on the picture. Contar. Este chico está contando su dinero. 1, 2, 3. Contar. Almorzar. Almorzar. Like almuerzo. So almorzar is obviously, well, you know what it is. To eat lunch, correcto? Costar. Okay, costar is to cost. ¿Cuánto cuesta tener un hámster? How much does it cost, right? ¿Cuánto cuesta tener, to have a hamster? Costar. Encontrar. To find. Okay, it can also mean to meet. Let's look at this sentence. Él encuentra billetes en el piso. Billetes en el piso. Has that ever happened to you guys? You've been walking down the street and all of a sudden you see some dollar bills flowing in the wind? Encontrar. To find or to meet. Jugar. Estos niños están jugando a fútbol. Jugando a fútbol. Ellos juegan al fútbol. So jugar, remember, is U to UE. It's not an O to UE, but it is a U to UE stem changer. Jugar. Recordar. All right, so yo no recuerdo would be like I don't remember. Okay, so recordar is to remember. Mostrar. ¿Qué está haciendo este chico? ¿Qué hace este chico? What is this boy doing? Él está mostrando una foto, una pintura o algo así. Él muestra la foto. He is showing. Okay, so mostrar is to show. Sonar. Sonar. All right? Sonar is literally like to sound, right? Or to ring, right? So el teléfono amarillo, the yellow telephone suena. El teléfono suena. Suena el teléfono. All right, so this is our new infinitive deck. And so first things first, we just need to have good knowledge of what these infinitives mean. So if you need to rewind the video, if you need to look up some of these words, do it. You got the internet at your disposal. But hopefully you guys know what a good portion of these mean already. So the ones that you have to look up are going to be very few. Also, remember, I'm going to post on our Quizlet class a bunch of flashcards with all of these O to UE stem changing infinitives on it. All right? So, es todo. He terminado ya. That's it for today, guys. Welcome back. I hope you guys had a good break. And let's try and regain focus and learn as much Spanish as possible. Muchas gracias. Hasta mañana.